Humans have an intimate relationship with an awesome form of energy called electricity, to the point that it is virtually impossible to separate your life from it. Sure, you can flee to a deserted island or live in the deep woods, but electricity still exists. If it's not lighting up the storm clouds overhead, it's static electricity in your hair. Hi, my name is Kevin Steinkamp from the Innovative Pioneers 4-H Club. Today, I'm going to show you how to wire a simple household light, switch, and bulb. I will be going over the supplies and how to wire. Here in front of me, I have the supplies and tools needed for this task. The supplies and how to wire it. Now, I will show you the supplies needed. Fuse box, which is also known as load center, and I will show you what it looks like inside. And that is the fuse. That's on and that's off. Switch box, light box, pigtail light bulb, 14-2 wire, and 12-2 wire is it's heavier wire, and it's you can put more light bulbs on it and stuff. Switch cover, 15-amp fuse, and yellow wire nuts. Red wire nuts are for 3 wires, yellow are for 2, and there's bigger ones too, but I don't have them with me. Tools. Wiring pliers, which has holes in it to strip wire. Handyman's knife. Phillips and regular screwdrivers. A hammer and nails to mount the boxes, but I have already mounted them. And most importantly, safety goggles, because you're working with wire and you don't want to damage your eyes. Now I will begin to wire. First, I will wire from switch box to light box. And you want the wire to stick about probably 3 inches out of the box so it doesn't pull into the wall. About like that. And there's holes in the boxes. This one you have to punch a hole in. This one has a hole already. And there's a screw in there that will tighten that. It's like a clamp deal. Now I will wire the switch. And you can, the 2 white wires are neutral, the copper is ground, and black is hot. And the 2 white wires, you would need a yellow wire nut, and that. Just twists on. And you want to make sure that there's no copper wire sticking out of it, because you could get shocked by that. Bend that in. Now, the black wire, you would take your pliers, there's a pliers at the end of this, and bend it around. And on the switch, the black wire will go to the copper screws, and the ground will go to the green. And it doesn't matter which one's where, but you have to put one on each side, and then that just tightens in there. Make sure it's tight. Now my other one. And when you're doing this, you want to always make sure that this is off. And in this case, it's not plugged in. Hook that. Tighten it up. There. That looks better. Make sure that it's still touching the screw. And the two copper wires, you can hook both of them up to this, but it's a little bit harder. So I'm going to wrap one around the other. Bend it. Hook it on and tighten it. And you want to wire your light bulb before you put your switch in. And there's 3 wires. The ground will mount onto the box. There's a little hole to wrap it around. And the other 2 wires will go on this light, and black goes to black and white goes to white. And that twists on that. And I have an extra bulb in case. It doesn't want to stay. Sometimes, if it doesn't want to stay, then the wire nut might be bad. And I got another one of them. This one seems better. Tight. Wire, twist it till it's tight. Now my black one. Make sure it's tight. Now I'm going to put the switch in the box. And you don't want to twist one in all the way, because then it might not go all the way in, because one side's in and the other side isn't. Okay, and you don't really want to put the switch cover on, and you want to make sure it works first. In case it doesn't work, then you might have to tear that back out. You just have to be careful. And now we'll see if it works. Make sure it's off. Breaker on, switch on, lights. That's tough. There. Today I have showed you the supplies needed and how to wire a light bulb. It has been more than 2.5 centuries since Benjamin Franklin proved that lightning was a form of electricity. Can you imagine life without it? Some of this information was found at www.howitworks.com. This concludes my presentation. Are there any questions? The question was, how many light switches and bulbs have I wired? I've wired so many I can't even count. This past year, we added on to our house, and my grandpa knows how to wire, so he taught me how. Are there any more questions? I did about 3 of them, and then I started getting better at it, and it didn't take as long. And after you do it, you learn. It's pretty easy. Is that it? Thanks.